Dylan the Dozer Hughes will lead. Jack Shanahan giving chase. An American versus an Irish. Here we go in that first outside zone. Dylan Hughes good and settled. Shanahan lurking back in the shadows. Comes up a bit short, but great proximity. There is that. Let's see him allow that transition from 3 to 4. Boom, right across the nose of the BMW. In outside zone 4 goes Dylan Hughes. I'm telling you, as Dylan progresses,
I do everything to shake off Dylan the Dozer Hughes. Oh, look at that to start.
Yeah, here we go. Jack Shanahan firing off. Sans that front bumper. Jack Shanahan, good angle, but Dylan Hughes in the chase position. This is what I was talking about. The victory is really going to be decided in that chase position, and Dylan Hughes gets into formation. Good proximity. Is he mimicking it? I feel like we're going to get side by side, because look at that. Dylan Hughes bites off a little bit more than he could chew. And they both cross the finish line. So don't podcast, you and the Irish drivers all there. One more time, a Dylan Hughes, and a one more time, so they get a new points leader. Will we have a tie? We're about to find out. Frederick Osbo will lead. James the Machine Dean giving chase. There it is across the nose once again for Frederick. In that first outside zone, James Dean unfazed, drops into formation. Look at that, like an absolute ballerina. Rock and roll ballet. Into that third outside zone goes Frederick Osbo. James Dean in formation. That right-hand drive Ford Mustang riding shotgun with Freddie Osbo and cross the finish line. That is why you have 7 championship. James Dean, 4-time and defending champion, leaving that start chicane. All right, that Pennzoil Ford Mustang coming into that first outside zone. Big angle from him, almost getting to the edge of that course, but that dirt will bite back. Contrary to popular belief, the gravel machine gun does hurt. Now James Dean, that Pennzoil Ultra Platinum Ford Mustang into outside zone 3. Frederick Osbo, is he mimicking that angle? Leaving it in the judge's hands, pulling across the line. Frederick Osbo spins. Dean, let's make quick work of it. James Dean is going to the finals. James Dean, 10 points richer. Jack Shanahan at pace. Let's see these BMWs initiate into that first outside zone. There goes Dylan Hughes. Shanahan tucking in. Really nothing to lose. Going for that rookie of the year. Shanahan brings in a second outside zone. Great proximity from Shanahan. Look at that. Even more angle than Dylan, it seemed like. Coming that last outside zone, that 4 tucks it on in. Jack Shanahan comes up a bit short. Didn't time that transition from here tonight. It is James Dean versus one of these guys. Jack Shanahan out front. He's going to need to put down a heater of a run into that first outside zone. Flirts with the edge of the track. Dylan Hughes chasing him down. Let's see how he manages in the second outside zone. Doesn't have the same degree of angle. Kind of give himself a little bit of room here. Let's see how it transitions in. And Shanahan goes in. Some wavering there by Dylan Hughes. Is that enough? He did eventually get to the outside zone 4. So 2 very different approaches. Finish. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Is it going to be an all-Irish final? Yes, it is! Jack Shanahan, defending champion in that Pennzoil Ford Mustang. Here comes Jack Shanahan in tow in that BMW. James Dean across the nose of Shanahan. Shanahan drops back, slides back. Great angle from James Dean. Again, no tomfoolery, but Jack Shanahan dives in the inside. That is not where you want to be. Looks like he is buffering here in this situation. James Dean keeps pace. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Goes to outside zone 4. Textbook once again. Hence the name, the machine. T2. He's going to try to force an error. James Dean, the finals are here. We know that our Irishman is going to win. Is it going to be Jack Shanahan on his rookie year getting a victory? Or is James the Machine Dean going to live up to his name once again and assume the tie for the points lead after round 5? Going to outside zone 3. Jack Shanahan puts it in the right place. James Dean tucks in nicely. James Dean applying the pressure. Looks like, again, he's not going to make a mistake. It looks like James Dean will be earning that victory after Jack Shanahan. And now celebratory donuts. They're living their dreams. It's coming to fruition. James Dean having his mate, having his homie here in St. Louis, a foreign land with 2 James the Machine Dean gets the win and now is tied for the points lead and making history.